Hello everyone, welcome to ScorcherToys@AnyMoon.com's classic toy review of the Takatoku Block System VF-1 toy, now in high definition and now featuring both variants. This toy is obviously classic. Inside the box you got a styrofoam tray with the main toy itself, the gun, as well as the back of the toy converted to fighter mode, and a set of wings. So as you can see, this toy is a two-tone toy. The toy is solid in Batroid mode. The gun is either gold or silver, the opposite of what the main toy is. So here you can see gold with a silver gun, and you'll see also the two-tone when we go to fighter mode and how that affects things. Now this is a block system transformation, and what that really means for you is almost no articulation. Let's go ahead and remove the guns. What you have are several pieces that have pegged together in various different ways. The only articulation you get is the head. It can rotate back and forth, and that is all. Everything else is several pieces that have come together that you're going to have to remove. You can see here are the arms. And since they connect in several different ways, it completely impairs any articulation that you could have hoped for. Alright, let's go ahead, since there is nothing really more to discuss, let's go ahead and transform these toys to fighter mode. So as I started to show you, the first step of transformation is to remove all of the parts. So you can go ahead and pull forward on the chest. You can see that helped. Just pop the arm right out. There is a head. You can go ahead and remove that head. Let's go ahead and pull the arm straight out as well. Flipping the toy around, we'll just pull out the back, two pegs that attached there. Looks like wings, they don't really do anything. Then we can go ahead and pull the legs out, and the legs kind of have a double peg mechanism. And there we are. We have now completely pulled the toy apart. You aren't going to be needing the backpack in the next mode, so you can go ahead and push that aside. Arguably, you're not going to be needing the head either, so let's push that aside for now. You definitely don't need your arms, so those all move aside, and what you're left with is your chest cover and your legs, and you're going to go ahead and pull out now the tail end of fighter mode and the wings, which are going to all attach together, and we'll do that with the other version of this toy. Alright, for variety's sake, we're now going to go ahead and put everything together using the other variant. You can begin with the chest. That's probably the most integral part. And you can see it's got these two pegs on either side, and those are what feed into this backpack piece. So you can just slide that on, and it won't fit quite perfectly, but it'll give you a reasonable snugness. And then you can have the toy upside down. You can then put your wings on the toy, which just a peg and a hole. There we go. The wings are going to look a little bit big to you. That's just part of the charm, folks. Alright, so now you can see, got kind of the back half of a fighter mode together. You have a couple options now. Your best bet is probably to go ahead and put the nose of the fighter in. Again, peg in the chest. Kind of goes right on top of the canopy, so obviously that is pretty funky looking. And then you have to get your legs on, and the legs have two pegs they attach by, one in the front and then this one in the back here, and they're going to cause a little bit of an issue here. So if I put the back one in first, here we'll do the front one in first and then the back one, and the problem with the angle of how the legs attach is they're going to try to pull the nose cone down. So there's a little angle issue going on here that causes fighter mode to be much less stable than it should be, particularly for a toy that you disassemble and reassemble. You would hope it would be pretty darn snug. So here's fighter mode. Again, these legs are fighting me. Looks like this. As you can tell, it doesn't make for a great fighter mode toy. Let's see if we can get that a little better. Peg in, peg in. So it's basically making me decide, do I want the legs in or do I want the chest in? So not ideal, but there you go. Fighter mode. If I push that down a little bit, here we are, fighter mode, and the best we can get it. And you can put the head on if you wanted to, and it would look like that. At 12.7 centimeters tall, the Block System VF-1 toy is almost perfectly 1/100 scale. It's also worth pointing out at this point that the Block System SDF-1 toy is pretty much a totally different beast. It's got a little bit of shiny metal to it, but it's nothing like this vibrant gold or silver toy. It seemed like they actually made more of a genuine effort with it. It has some articulation to it in the way it's designed, so definitely a different toy. Just wanted to point that out. Now, in fighter mode, this toy is about 13.7 centimeters long, so it's a little off of 1/100 scale. If you've got something like Toynami's allegedly 1/100 scale toys, they're more like 15 centimeters tall or long. So these toys will be a little bit smaller than that, and they're actually a little bit smaller than 1/100 scale in this mode. Now, contrary to what some people might think, I really don't do these reviews just to make fun of very old toys that clearly are not anywhere near as good as the toys of today. As you can see, the feet don't close on this toy, you have large pegs, it doesn't hold together in fighter mode. This toy is kind of a hot mess. It obviously is going to have some nostalgia value for somebody. I'm really just doing these reviews so that if you're out shopping in a secondhand store, you see something like this, it stokes your curiosity. You can go, you don't have to actually buy the item. You can come over to Scorched Earth Toys and learn all about it. So now you know all about this toy. There is no metal in it. It's just made to look like precious metals. In Batroid mode, there's really no articulation other than the head spinning. In fighter mode, it doesn't even really hold together. And it certainly isn't very attractive. So all in all, now you know what the Block System VF-1 toy is. If it still scratches an itch for you, you could probably find it without breaking the bank. Otherwise, now you know. All right, check out anymoon.com for my full article, and as always, thanks for watching.